guys, it's been a while since I updated for obvious reasons if you watched any of the other videos on my channel, but today is August 28th. It's a Sunday and I am getting a memorial tattoo tomorrow right here on the side of my arm, and I will be attempting to film that tomorrow with you guys. If I remember, I will try to put some inspiration pictures somewhere up on the screen so you guys can see, like, have an idea of what I'm getting. Cohen's here. But what I want to get is a sweet pea flower with the daisy right here on my arm with a little butterfly, maybe here or here somewhere. Who is it?
Mother! I like your sign though.
Oh, the Halloween sign. Anyway. So I'm going to get that tomorrow, and hopefully I will be able to record some tomorrow, the process of getting the tattoo, how long it takes. I'm going to Black Orchid to get the tattoo.
Let's go.
So, and then Elijah's going the day after, so Tuesday, to get a great big chest piece for the other side of his chest, because he already has one big tattoo on one side of his chest. So he's gonna get a pirate ship, like a great big, like black and gray realistic pirate ship on his chest and down his arm a little bit. So that will take a while. I got some things. So I have 79 pregnancy tests right here. Actually I have 77 because I took 2 of these because I wanted to see how long the HCG would stay in my system, which I think it's like predicted anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks on the HCG. When I took the 2 strip tests, I will try to put a picture like somewhere on the screen, but the 2 strip tests were very, very light, but it's still detectable on these. So it's still higher than normal, but that makes testing really hard because I don't want to get a false positive and pick up the HCG from a previous pregnancy when I'm trying to test for the next one. So yeah, and then also it's thrown off my ovulation strip tests because HCG can interfere with the LH hormone detection on the strip and make it look darker than it needs to be. So it's just been all over the place, so I honestly have no idea. It's made everything really confusing, so I'm thinking that I probably should have just waited for my period to show up, but we'll see what happens this month and go from there, I guess. Hey guys, sorry for the clutter on the desk, just ignore that. But I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about the ovulation strip tests being a little bit weird. So this was actually the day of my most recent doctor's appointment. I went for a repeat ultrasound on the 23rd just to make sure that I had passed everything and that my uterus was looking good. So I was completely cleared on Tuesday. Everything looks fine. So she gave us the all clear to try again whenever we were ready. And I wasn't really sure because I hadn't obviously been testing ovulation or anything. And I was about 2 weeks out from my miscarriage. So I went ahead and just took one out of curiosity. And I mean, it was relatively dark, so I was a little bit hopeful that maybe I was about to ovulate. So I took another one the day after. This is the 24th. It's a little bit lighter. 25th looks about the same. 25th again, this was PM. Looks a little bit darker, but I mean, on par with that one. Is a little bit lighter. This was on the 26th, and then on the 26th I kind of had this thought, maybe it could be the remaining HCG in my system interfering with the concentration of the LH strips, since all of these kind of look around the same concentration, whereas when I took them the month that I conceived before, there was one that was obviously darker than the rest, and then it immediately went back to base concentration. So I went ahead and I took another pregnancy test on the 26th just to see what my HCG concentration was. So this is from the 26th, and I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but it's a very, very faint line. But no matter how faint, if there is a line, then my HCG is still above normal. So obviously this is only about 2 weeks out from my miscarriage, so there's obviously still going to be some remaining HCG there. So I know at least if I were to test before my missed period or right around then, if the line were any darker than this, then that would mean a second pregnancy. So I know that for sure at least, but it is a little bit confusing. And I think maybe we were a little bit too anxious to monitor this cycle like this, because it's really, really hard to get accurate readings on things when your HCG from the previous pregnancy is interfering. So I think it was a little bit too early to be doing all of this. But like I said, we were really anxious to try again. This is another LH strip from the 27th, and as you can see, it's about the same concentration as the rest of them. And this is a pregnancy test from the 27th, and it is pretty much the same darkness as the 26th. So that's what these look like. I haven't done any more, even though I've been having some symptoms of ovulation, so I may or may not be around the time of ovulation currently. I'm not really sure. I've been having some ovarian pain in my left ovary. My last ovulation cycle was my right ovary, so I wouldn't be surprised if they alternated this time. And just some other bodily signs that are telling me that it's probably around ovulation time. I know it may seem like it's a little early, and it definitely is, but we just thought that we would just take a shot in the dark and just try. Not necessarily like try, because this is a bit too much to be doing right now, I'll even admit, but I'm just the type of person that likes to know for sure and who just likes to stick with the data rather than just guessing. But considering the hormone fluctuations going on right now and the remaining HCG and everything else, I just think it's too early to be trying this hard. We're just gonna see how this month goes, and I'm just gonna keep tracking symptoms as if I were in a 2-week wait, like a mock 2-week wait, because the doctor said my lining was very thin, meaning my cycle is already returning, and I should get my period anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks from the day that I had my appointment, which was the 23rd. Today's the 28th. So like I said, I think that I'm close to ovulation, just based on the symptoms I'm feeling in my body. I'm one of those few people, if you've watched my other videos about 2-week wait, my previous 2-week wait, I'm one of the few who can actually feel ovulation pain when I ovulate, which is kind of a good thing, but you know, you could take it or leave it, because I still test anyway. But I had a little bit of ovulation pain last night and early this morning. So I had a little bit coming back from the doctor's office, but I think it was just from the transvaginal ultrasound. So I thought maybe I would have been close to ovulation around the 23rd, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe it's closer to now. Like I said, I'm just going based off of my own symptoms. I'm not really doing very much testing after I kind of had the revelation that maybe I am trying too hard with all of these things interfering. So yeah, that's kind of how it's going, and I guess I will keep you guys updated if I feel any symptoms that are similar to my last 2-week wait, because as it stands right now, I think I'm just going to wait to test until I think I've missed my period, which could be anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks from, I don't know, the day of my doctor's appointment. My doctor's appointment was 2 weeks from my miscarriage, so it's already 2 weeks from now will already be a month. Considering I think I'm possibly ovulating either today or somewhere around this date, I would assume that this is technically cycle day 14 or 15 for me, because that's typically when I ovulate. So maybe here in the next 2 weeks I will be looking out for signs of my period, and if I see or feel no signs whatsoever, kind of like I did in my last cycle, then maybe I will test. Like I said, if the test is any darker than this one right here, then I'll know it's a subsequent pregnancy, because the test should only be getting lighter from here if I continue to not be pregnant. So that's kind of where I am with things right now. My body is completely back to normal, I would say. The only lingering pregnancy symptom that I have now is my allergy to the cats, which is really annoying. So kind of like the congestion a little bit when I like lay in bed, runny nose in the mornings, a lot of sneezing still. So I probably could just contribute that to the remaining HCG in my body, but I really don't know if I'll be permanently allergic to them or not, which is going to be really annoying. I don't even know if it's the cats or if it's the dog or both, but it's definitely the litter box smell that sets me off every time. I can tell every like week and a half on the dot when the litter box is like getting to the point where it needs to be changed, because we have one of the ones that like cleans itself, but you have to change the insert every like week and a half or so. So I can tell like clockwork every single time when it needs to be changed, because it will just start, my allergies will just start flaring up. And it's been like that ever since like right before we left for the cruise. So I would have been like 2 or 3 weeks pregnant. So yeah. So that's really my only remaining pregnancy symptom. Pretty much everything else is gone, and it went away really, really fast, which was bittersweet because I know my body's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's just really depressing to see all of your pregnancy symptoms go away when you wanted a pregnancy so bad and you were so excited to be pregnant. So that's kind of hard. We kind of had to work through the grief of it. I know it still seems really early because it is, but I think we've worked through a lot in the following days. So everybody processes things in their own time, and obviously if somebody needed more time, 100% have grace for that and hold space for that. This is just how we feel right now, and it is what it is. Yeah, that's kind of how things have been going. I'm getting my tattoo tomorrow in memorial for our Sweet Pea. And Elijah wanted to work something into his, but I'm not sure if he will do it on this piece or if it will be a different piece that he works something into for his memorial tattoo. So yeah, I'm gonna be filming and posting a couple videos before I post this one. One will be catching you guys up on what happened, because I feel like I kind of just posted the videos that I already had pre-made and just kind of put in memory of the pregnancy, so it may have been a little bit confusing, but obviously I wasn't up for filming and I just wanted to go ahead and commemorate them on my page, so I just went ahead and posted them. Obviously a lot of work and planning went into those videos, and I'm proud of them and I want them to be out on my channel, so I went ahead and posted them. So sorry if that's a little bit confusing. I tried to alter all of the description boxes and the titles to make it make sense for the situation. And then also I want to film a little bit less of a depressing video about my 2-week wait symptoms and what I'll be looking out for the next time. So those are the 2 videos that I have planned, and then obviously this one will be kind of a follow-up vlog, how I'm feeling, how we're dealing with things, and the memorial tattoos. So yeah, I guess I don't know if this would be considered what I'm in right now to be like a 2-week wait, but I suppose if you want to think of it that way. I know it's a little early, but we're not trying as hard as we were the first time with all of the testing and all of the keeping track of everything. I attempted to do that, but it's just too confusing and too hard to do right now, so we're kind of just guessing and seeing what happens. Not putting too much pressure on ourselves to do anything testing wise or anything like that, so we'll see. I have a bunch of pregnancy tests for the end of this cycle, and if not this cycle, then for next cycle. I wanted to make sure that we had a bunch so I didn't have to go back out and get more if something were to come up positive. More positive than these, obviously, but at least I have a baseline and I kind of know what's going on with my levels right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And also I wanted to put you guys on, if you're getting a tattoo, this is the best soap for healing tattoos. It is just cheap Dial antibacterial. It's like $2 at the store. That's what we use for our tattoos, because we already have tattoos. We each have one. His is much bigger than mine. And then also Aquaphor. I got a great big tub of it because Elijah's getting a massive tattoo and I won't need very much of this. But this is the best thing to put on your tattoo. I didn't even use that the first time. What I used the first time was H2O tattoo goo, I think is what it's called. It's one of those brands that like if you look up like tattoo lotion or wash, it will come up. And I wasn't like upset with it. I mean, I liked it, but just waiting for it to ship in the mail and then with it being more expensive than this, it was like, you know, I'd rather just go to the store and just grab something really quick because it was kind of like an impromptu thing. I just like, we decided after we came back from the ER that this might be something that we'd want to do, so we kind of discussed it a little bit more. And my dad recently got a tattoo from the same shop, so we decided that we would go in and just talk to the artist that did my dad's tattoo, and just ended up going ahead and scheduling something. So I went ahead and got that stuff in preparation for the tattoo, and I will hopefully bring you guys along and show you what it looks like and everything like that. So yeah, I guess stay tuned for that. Hello, today is Monday, August 29th. And I am getting ready to go to my tattoo appointment and get my tattoo. It seems like it's been forever since I've done makeup. I think the last time I did makeup was for my 6-week ultrasound and that was on August 9th. So it's been like 20 days since I put makeup on. So it does feel kind of good. I needed to get ready and put makeup on to film the videos that I have planned. I have about 4 videos in the back of my mind that need to be either filmed or edited and put together and posted. With everything being behind for me with work and everything else, it's just been hard to get back on a consistent schedule, and I also need to get myself back in the gym, which I would like to do sometime this week. I meant to do as soon as I was able, but I wasn't cleared to go back to the gym until last Tuesday, I think. So about a week ago I was cleared to go back to the gym, but I haven't been back, and I really need to go back and get back into my routine because I felt really good and I miss feeling better, having more energy, feeling stronger. I definitely need to get myself back in the gym. Other than that, I'm feeling fine. I actually, surprisingly, I had some pain in my left ovary last night and yesterday. So I'm not sure if I ovulate today or if I ovulated yesterday. For my predicted cycle on my app, which my app was kind of off last time too, it's predicting that today I am 1 DPO, but I did have a lot of ovarian pain yesterday, so I'm not really sure. Like, maybe it considered like yesterday, because of all the ovarian pain, yesterday was ovulation day, so today is 1 DPO, but I still had pain last night, like early this morning, like 1:30, 2 in the morning. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I guess like today would probably still be predicted 1 DPO, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure when my period will show up, if it does. Also, last night I was cleaning out my under the sink cabinet area, organizing it, and I found another pregnancy test. So in entirety, I had 80 pregnancy tests for this next cycle, which I think is probably a bit overkill, but I wanted to have enough for this cycle and the next cycle just in case. It's currently 12:40. My appointment's at 2, so I'm going to head over and grab something to eat really fast, and I'm either gonna pick Elijah up or he's gonna meet me because he's at work right now. He gets off early on Mondays, so we're both gonna head over to Black Orchid, and I'm gonna see what the artist has drawn up for me. I have an idea of what I want to get, but I found some like better reference pictures after my consultation with him, so we'll see what he's drawn up, and if it's not exactly what I want, what fits there, then I'll probably have to go off of the newer reference photos, which I don't want to have to inconvenience him or anything, but like, this tattoo means a lot to me and it will be on my body forever, so I'm gonna have to hold my ground on that. Yeah, I'm not really excited about sitting for it, I don't think it'll be that bad. Elijah seems to think that this is going to be a really painful part of my arm, which it might be, but I mean, it's pretty cushioned. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It can't be worse than my ankle because quite literally it felt like for like the 20 to 25 minutes that I was getting tattooed, it felt like a razor scooter to the ankle bone for a solid 25 minutes. I sat for that. Of course, it was a short tattoo and it wasn't too bad or anything like that, but I will say it was definitely uncomfortable to sit for, and I was able to do that. And like Elijah always says, if you're able to get an IUD and sit for that and deal with that pain, you should be able to do other things. So I think that includes getting a tattoo, and he's a fast tattooer and it's not going to be super massive. So I'm assuming maybe it'll take anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes, if that, because the appointment in its entirety is only scheduled to be an hour and a half. So I'm assuming like 30 minutes for drawing, consultation, and placing the stencil on me, and then maybe an hour for tattooing allotted. And he's a fast tattooer, so I really don't think it's going to take that long once the stencil is on. I'm hoping with him being a fast tattooer and the good line work and everything, it's going to have very minimal shading. It's mostly just going to be line work. I'm hoping that it doesn't take that long because I don't want to sit that long. Yeah, I have to allow myself some time to take Mila out one more time too, because she has to stay here and I don't want her to pee on my bed again, which she has a bad habit of doing when we leave because she gets so freaked out with her separation anxiety that she jumps on the bed to watch us go out the window and then pees on the bed. So we have to block the stairs when we leave her at home so that she can't go upstairs and pee on bed. So I'm gonna have to take her out just to make sure that her bladder is empty and she doesn't have to go to the bathroom, and then block the stairs so that she can't get up there and pee in the meantime. So I'm gonna allow myself about 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna do this and probably be done. So I can allow myself 15 minutes to take her out and make sure that she's good, block the stairs, and allow myself an hour to grab a coffee and a little snack and see if I need to pick Elijah up or if he's just gonna meet me at the tattoo shop. Also, one of my good friends that I worked with at Starbucks, she also worked at this tattoo shop as an apprentice during her time at Starbucks, but now she works there full time. And I'm hoping that she's gonna be there today for my tattoo because she wants to be a tattoo artist, but I'm not really sure if she's like just still apprenticing or if she's actually doing tattoos. She's been there for, I want to say over a year now, so I would say she's probably doing her own tattoos, but I would be interested to know because it's been a while. And then for the Everything Auto fans, I have a very urgent video that I need to make because some new updates have happened regarding a situation that hasn't even been edited by me yet. So it will be a lot of drama. It already has been a lot of drama, and there will be an update in the video, and I need to come home after my tattoo and start working on it because I do about 4 videos a week, and the last ones that I did for last week's 4 videos was Matt's off-road recovery, which was a rush order because it was filming stopped on Friday, and then I edited it on Friday night, Saturday morning, and then it went out on Sunday. I also went ahead and edited the sneak peek clips from the end of Matt's off-road recovery, that video. I went ahead and edited that video so that it can go out sooner because I'm sure that once you guys see the sneak peek, you will want to see the full video. So it is edited, it is uploaded to YouTube, and we need to decide when it will air. So when I get home, I'm gonna work on the drama-filled video footage that was recorded that now has updates and get that out, uploaded to YouTube and out to you guys as well. So very busy, very busy, very busy. Easy to enjoy doing, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to brush my hair really quick and put some shoes on. get ready to leave. So I guess I will see you guys, either get some footage of the tattoo shop or I will show you what my tattoo looks like after it's done. Okay, I am here at Black Orchid Tattoo Studio. My appointment isn't until 2 o'clock and I'm actually here at 1:30, so I'm just gonna wait for Elijah to get here because he drove his bike. He's gonna go meet some friends after this on his bike, so I'm just gonna wait for him to arrive and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in. Alright guys, I am done. I am finished with the tattoo. It is wrapped up for 1 hour, so I can take it off at around 3:50. I got tattooed by Bruce. He's a super nice guy. He also did my dad's tattoo and he will be doing Elijah's tattoo tomorrow. So if you are in town and you're thinking about going to Black Orchid, 100% recommend Bruce. Very professional, super fast. This only took 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to head home and wait the hour to finish this and then I'm going to wash it and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alrighty guys, I unwrapped my tattoo and washed it for the first time at home with that antibacterial soap, and I went ahead and put a little Aquaphor on it. Man, let me tell you, I may have put too much on because that stuff is thick and it is waterproof, so I had a hard time getting it off my other hand, but here it is. So it's a little bit big and not as close to my wrist as I thought, but with the placement it kind of has to be like upright facing in so that if you get any other work in the future, your sleeve wouldn't be affected, which I don't think I'd get any more work, maybe. I don't know. But I think I sat like a rock for this. I did not move 1 inch. Aside from a little bit of involuntary twitching, I did not move. I did not do anything. I pretty much just like laid down and probably could have taken a nap because it really was not as nearly as painful as I remember, at least with this placement, because my other tattoo is on my ankle. And that one hurt. This one hurt a little bit, but it really wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting, and it wasn't nearly as bad as getting it on your ankle, so I am super excited, super happy that I finally have a little memorial of my little Sweet Pea, and they left their mark on me in more than one way, and they'll be with me forever. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for it to be finally healed because the healing process sucks. But yeah, I think I forgot to mention like what each thing in the tattoo signifies. So if you've watched any of my previous vlogs on our first pregnancy, I talked a little bit about, even before I was pregnant, how every time I would think about a pregnancy, I would always see a yellow butterfly somewhere in like the vicinity, and sometimes like the weirdest places where it seems like they wouldn't be naturally. And then the morning that I found out I was pregnant, I went to the store to get more pregnancy tests, and quite literally I was sitting at a red light about to come home and a yellow butterfly flew across the intersection, like through the crosswalk, the morning I found out I was pregnant. And then also, like, while we were trying to conceive, I was driving down our driveway and one followed my driver's side window in my car, like all the way down the driveway. And then every single time afterwards, after I knew I was pregnant, every time I thought about the baby or the pregnancy, I would always see a yellow butterfly. The Sweet Pea signifies how big they were when we lost them at 7 weeks. My app measured them at 6 weeks, the size of a Sweet Pea, but my hormones started dropping the day after my ultrasounds, so that would have been Wednesday, August 10th. So they were still measuring the size of a Sweet Pea when I started miscarrying, and I made it to about 7 weeks before the heavy bleeding started. So that's what we consider like their size to have been when we lost them. The Sweet Pea and the Daisy, I actually later found out, are April's birth flowers, and my due date would have been around April 4th. So the Sweet Pea has 2 meanings. That's the size they were when we lost them, and it's also one of their birth flowers. And the Daisy is the other one, and it signifies purity, true love, innocence. And the Sweet Pea actually signifies goodbye. So it was kind of like my way of saying goodbye with a memorial tattoo and honoring the size they were, the month they would have been due, and then the butterfly as a reminder of every single time that I thought of them, that's what I would see. And I actually saw one. I hadn't seen one in like the days following my miscarriage, and I actually saw one in a random clip of footage I was editing for the other channel, like just in the corner of the screen, like in a piece that needed to be edited out. And it was kind of just like validation for me that that really was a sign all this time. And every single time I was thinking of them, I would always see one. So I wanted that to be incorporated in my tattoo in some way. And also our front yard is full of wildflowers, and I would always see the butterflies in the front yard with the wildflowers. So it kind of does remind me of like planning our first pregnancy, trying to conceive, and then after I found out I was pregnant. So that's what the tattoo symbolizes for me. Those are all the meanings behind the imagery and the reason that I chose those two flowers and the butterfly to go together. But yeah, I just wanted to go into a little bit of background about why I got what I got. That's what my tattoo looks like, and that I think is going to be it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it's probably a shorter vlog, but thanks so much for tagging along with me on this journey, and hopefully I will be able to film some more updates for you guys later about our TTC journey once again with our second pregnancy. But aside from that, check out my other playlists if you guys haven't already. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!